Alright, welcome back. More Spire Ascension 6 Silent. We had a very good run last time out with the Ironclad, which made it all the way to the heart and in fact killed the heart on Ascension 6. And we have a Hexaghost Act 1. What else do we have? We can get a relic of some description. We can get a random rare card, which on Silent is quite a risk. We could trade boss relics, and I'm a little bit tempted by that, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to take a random... oh, there's a shop there. I could take a random rare relic for a curse. Thread and needle. That is well worth it. We lose 3 max HP, but that is not a big deal at all. Obviously, we want rid of the parasite ASAP, but thread and needle, 4-plated armor every single turn is a very powerful effect indeed, especially in Act 1. Where a lot of the enemies don't hit too much harder than that anyway. It just helps avoid chip damage in situations like this. It lets us do a little bit more. And that is the end of the cultist. We'll take a dagger spray first up. That seems pretty good to me. And I think... there's a tempting footwork. We could go footwork backstab rather than card removing. We've got 3 events coming up. We might be able to remove there. That might be better. In fact, I think that is better. Let's do that. Oh, we are very, very, very good at this video game, as it turns out. Alright, so we can go this way, which is a normal elite, campfire, normal elite. Or we can go this way, which is a super elite, campfire, normal elite, and also gives us an extra campfire a little bit further down the road, which I think we'll do. This actually helps. This is a good fight for us because Mr. Jawworm is going to give us a card reward, and we need cards right now. And just having that footwork in the deck against basically anyone except Gremlin Knob is going to be a big, big benefit for us in this run. Block Potion's nice too. All out attack I think I'm going to take. Although a deflect, we already have a footwork, so I'm actually going to take a deflect. Even though it's bad against Gremlin Knob, we're going to hope we don't come up against Gremlin Knob. I think I'm going to do this. This might mean that this is a rest. Nope, never mind. We got a Pantograph first time out, which is fantastic. And we got Lagavulin as well, who is not all that scary. I'm going to wait until my footwork's in play before we go. In fact, we'll go next turn. It is a metallicizing Lagavulin, so we need to do some damage here, and I'm a little bit concerned about our damage output. Although blocking is not an issue at all, really. This might be a longer Lagavulin fight, but I think we're going to get there. 68. It's a little bit concerning, I'm not going to lie. A little bit concerning. We're just using strikes, basically, now. I think we have to do this, and we're going to use our block potion. Oh boy. Our strikes now do 4. I think we might be dead. In fact, we are definitely dead. Okay, well that was a strong start that died to an early super elite, which sometimes happens. There we go. 44 score is not going to get the job done, is it? Let's go again. Let's run it back. We don't get a benefit this time, but that is fine. We can try and snipe. Yeah, we're going to try and snipe, I think. And then into a super elite. Seems like a good idea. Oh yeah, we'll start with a dagger spray. We'll transform, because we picked up the... no, we should transform a defend into a... wow, into a wraith form, okay. That immediately changes what we're going to be looking to do with this deck. We'll take a quick slash. Again, we just want damage. We're not going to be able to snipe, unfortunately, because that was a combat. Could take an envenom as well. I think I'm going to take an envenom. And we're going to try and build something related to on-hit effects. A Moorbank is just fine. I think we can probably either go to this shop or maybe skip this shop if we're in good shape. Yeah, we'll get our Envenom in play. We got a Dagger Spray, which does help a lot with this fight with Envenom. There we go. And I wonder if we try and burst one down. Split the difference, I think. I think we can burst this guy down before he attacks next. Depending on how we draw. Or maybe we can't. So with Wraith Form we are looking for well-laid plans. That is a very good card for us in this situation. We are also looking for anything that gives us energy, and anything that allows us to manipulate the way in which we draw cards. And well-laid plans is the main one, but anything else would also work. Something like Tools of the Trade might actually be quite good. And this has been a little bit of a painful fight, but sometimes that's going to happen. Yeah, we'll play Wraith Form here. Saves a little bit more health, and I'm pretty sure we can kill before he attacks again. Okay, Preserved Insect is fantastic. So is a Bouncing Flask. I'm tempted by the Concentrate, but that needs a little bit of work to make good. We need to upgrade it for one thing. So I wonder if we rest and then go Super Elite, or maybe we go Brave here. And then if we have a good Elite fight, and we've got the Preserved Insect to help with that, if we have a good Elite fight, then we can look to do something. Like fight the other Elite. Now we'll do pretty good Blue Slaver fight. Another Quick Slash or not? Probably not. And it's Hexaghost again. So that Bouncing Flask will help a lot with Hexaghost. Alright, it's Gremlin Knob. Bouncing Flask turn 1 is fantastic. Very happy to see that indeed. And I think we probably defend because I think we're playing Wraith Form next turn. Unless we're killing next turn. We are killing next turn. That is fantastic. Alright, so we can take the Super Elite now, I think. Thread and Needle. We got another one. That's pretty great. None of those cards, I don't think. War Paint is very good. Take 2 defend upgrades. That is quite nice. Okay. So I wonder if we just double Dagger Spray here. Like we take 8. We get Envenom in play, and we do a lot of poison. Yeah, that seems good. Happily take 8, means we don't get these other attacks either, probably. Yeah, super good. Super good, super elite fight. That's a very good use of a potion. And we get a kunai, which is fantastic. What a really, really, really good relic. So any cheap attacks now we're looking for the purposes of kunai. We'll take a dash, I think. I think we'll take a dash. Alright, so this is more bank if we want to break it. There's a footwork there. There's nothing that's amazing. I think I'm going to leave it. I think we can... Oh, man. We would have to rest if we did this. As it stands at the moment, I don't think we have to rest. So I'm not going to. Okay, we can get a neutralizer. Neutralizer's good, I think. Yeah. Infinite Blades is great with a kunai. Trip would have been nice as well. But that is just fine. This is a spooky fight. I'm very glad that I did not take that event. Man, this is a horrible fight. Oh my goodness. Possibly should have waited there because... maybe not. Maybe that was fine. Alright. Well, thank goodness for my relics, because that fight was really horrible. I could have struck there. But no big deal. Because we can just kill now. Backflip probably good enough with a kunai. I think even at this stage. And we will upgrade Bouncing Flask. I think Bouncing Flask. And I think we're using both of these Thorns potions to try and get through this with no HP. Bouncing Flask first or Envenom first? I think Bouncing Flask first. Okay, it's a pretty good draw. Would like to play 3 attacks at some point, but sometimes you don't get what you want. So yeah, now we've got Infinite Blades in play as well. Now we can get Envenom in play and take no damage. And get a kunai proc as well. So that is going to be the end of this Hexaghost fight. This is no problem whatsoever. That is not a problem, is it? Because of kunai. And that's going to do it. Alright. Good fight. We get more stuff. We get an Adrenaline, which is super good with the Wraithform and with our 2-cost cards. This isn't quite so good. Because I think we need the energy. And I think given that we need the energy, I think Wristblade is not good enough. I think we have to take Philostone. We can't take Choker, obviously. So I think we take Philostone, and I think we are a little bit spooked by a few fights here. The elites are probably... I don't know if they're okay, actually. Triple Slavers seems terrifying in particular. We struggle to get going a little bit with this deck. Gremlin Leader's probably fine. Book of Stabbing is a bit spooky, but probably okay with the Bouncing Flask. Alright, let's go this way, let's go to this shop, because we'll have a lot of gold by the time we get there. I think we just have to play attacks. Oh, that helps. Helps a lot. Thought we were going to take a little bit more damage than that. We are going to take damage here. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this. Okay. Again, that helps an awful lot. Is he getting away? I think he's getting away. Yep, he is getting away. That's unfortunate. Alright, Cloak and Dagger seems great. With a Kunai, yeah, seems great. We can duplicate. Are we duplicating a Wraith form? Is that what we're doing? Who's our boss? Collector. Yeah, I think we are. I think we are. We're going to need to upgrade those at some point as well. So we can go neutralize and then play backflip, see what we draw. We draw in Venom. I think we're going to go in Venom bouncing. No, in Venom's bad here. We don't need to play in Venom. I think we go Infinite Blades. Strike, Bouncing Flask. Six poison is quite nice. We get the weaken as well. Yeah, you see Wraith Form, very, very powerful card. Does an awful lot of work. Especially in these hallway fights. Poison Potion has a new icon. It used to be green. It's no longer green. Well, it is green, but only barely. Don't think we want these cards. A lot of campfires up here. We could use these campfires for upgrades, but it means not going to a shop. And I think the shop is non-negotiable. I think we're resting here anyway. 2 clicks. 1 click, 1 click. Yeah. $666 gold. Okay. Happy Flower and Art of War both seem pretty good. Removing a strike seems absolutely essential. Noxious Fumes? Noxious Fumes. Oh, that'll do. We are resting. We have a Preserved Insect. I'd forgotten about that. It's very helpful indeed. 25. Yeah, we can block that. We don't need to play Wraith Form. Yeah, we're not getting a proc anyway, so we just do this. I think it's too important to play Bouncing Flask. We take 6 damage, but that is probably okay. And now I think is the time for us to play Wraith Form. I'm going to say we should play Infinite Blades, but unfortunately we didn't get that option. So we can play another Wraith Form. Now we do get our Infinite Blades in play. And you can see how powerful it is to have more than one Wraith Form in the deck. It is a good card. What are we bursting? Bursting Adrenaline. It's pretty good. Bursting Cloak and Dagger pretty good as well. Bursting Bouncing Flask is great. Yeah, let's do that. And we really want card draw now. We get our Noxious in play. We also get a Kunai proc. And we also get our Wraith Form costing 0. Maybe. Oh, that's quite nice though. We can do that, and then that. And we're actually full block, which is quite nice. Burst Backflip. There we go, there's our Wraith Form. Thought we were going to play both. The other nice thing about Wraith Form is that we have a Kunai, so to some extent we can mitigate the effects of losing our dexterity. In any case, Snecko is donezo. We'll get Nunchaku up as much as we can. Backflip plus. Yep, I said I wanted card draw. Over a footwork, we'll take a Backflip plus. Ninja Scroll is an oddly smooth stone in disguise that does 12 damage. That seems great. Okay, as I was saying about this fight. We drew Wraith Form turn 1, and I think we play a Wraith Form turn 1. Along with Infinite Blades? I think so. And maybe we do something like this. We'll go that, because we'll use the Fire Potion on this guy. We're being made vulnerable, so yeah, we should do it now. Another Kunai proc, which means we're still at 1 dex. It's pretty strong. Pretty strong. Wraith Form, hard carry. Courier is nice, we got a bit of gold to make that work. Malaise, we have a lot of energy. We have a burst. Yep, I think so. And I think that might be our upgrade. Even over Wraith Form. Now we've got quite a big upgrade deficit, to be honest, but it's going to have to do. We might be up against Book of Stabbing as well, and that's a freebie if we are. So 2 of our defends are already upgraded, and I don't really care about the strike upgrades. That would just be the 2 defends being upgraded, which is good. But I think instead of that, going to remove a strike. It is Book of Stabbing. Get Nunchuck as well. No Malaise though just yet. I don't think I'm going to play Wraith Form this turn. I think we're going to wait for Malaise and be happy about it. Take 4 here. Oh, Malaise is not here though. That is a problem. Although not an enormous problem. We got adrenaline burst malaise though. So rest in pieces, Book of Stabbing. Oh, Ornamental Fan is fantastic. Really, really good. A third backflip. Nah, I don't think so. I think we have enough card draw now. Or do we? We only have the backflips and the adrenaline. We'll take another one. Choose one of 20 cards to add to your deck. So with the Ornamental Fan, we definitely want something that gives us a free attack. I think another Infinite Blades is just fine. I think that card is good right now. It might even be very good. What are we upgrading? Are we upgrading Noxious Fumes for the Collector fight? I think we might be. Longer fights are a little bit spooky for us because we have the Wraith form to deal with the shorter fights, but we also have the Kunai. And the Kunai definitely does work for us. Get that in play, we'll get that in play. We'll try and draw another attack that we can play. We got one. And there's too much important stuff for us to play anything else. So we'll start with our Quick Slash. I don't think we're playing Bouncing Flask. So I think we'll play Dagger Spray Dash Noxious. And it's just a question of whether we want to use our block potion. I think we do. I think I'm scared enough of this fight that it's worth it. We preserve the plated armor as well if we do that. So we're up to 4 decks already with the Kunai, which is super good. Yeah, I think so. And he's summoning again. Alright, so Quick Slash as well. I think we're bursting a defend, aren't we? Yep, I think we are. So one more turn of vulnerability. We're taking 7. This is again very spooky. Yeah, we can just play all of our stuff. Really good. Kunai doing so much work. All of our block cards now block for an awful lot. And with the Envenom as well. Makes it pretty good. I think we can play Wraith form now. Next turn is going to be a lot of damage. And now it is not a lot of damage. In fact, it is not any damage. Rip Collector. We took 7 damage in that fight. And we still haven't upgraded our Wraith forms. Second Adrenaline seems really good. We really just want our cards in play at this point. Now we have 4 energy already, so Black Star lets us be a little bit more aggressive with the elites. We've got the Preserved Insect as well, so I think the Black Star is the obvious take, and we take as many elites as we possibly can before Time Eater, who is a difficult enemy for us to fight. We go this path down here. Take the shop first. Get that in play because we get our adrenaline as well. Oh, it's very, very, very good. Just yoink, yoink, yoink. Seems good. No need to play Wraith form. Especially when you have another one. Deflect plus. With a kunai? I think so. Even over a piercing whale. I think I will take that. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. And then we get adrenaline. Have to play Noxious. Are we blocking here? We're not blocking, are we? A little bit early to play it, but I think it's fine. Just want to be drawing, don't we? Okay. Don't know if this is damage or not. It is 2 damage. So that guy's dead. This guy is also dead. And yeah, we can just play this and kill this guy before he comes out of... or before the others respawn, I'm pretty sure. That does indeed do it. Alright. Well laid plans. Yes, please. Yes, please. Fossilized helix. Yes, please. Apotheosis. Yes, please. Yes, please. Alright, our deck got a lot better. I think we can do this. Although this isn't an elite fight. I hadn't actually realized this wasn't an elite fight. And we even get our shivs upgraded, which is very dank. I think we can just play that. Especially as we have the buffer, I think we're okay to do it. This isn't ideal, though. Would have liked a little bit more firepower than this. All of our good cards are at the bottom of the deck. Nice thing is our burst is upgraded as well, so it's our next 2 skills, not just our next skill that gets upgraded. Or gets played twice. So I think we're still okay, aren't we? I think we are. Should actually have kept hold of the deflect rather than the defend. But I don't think it matters very much. So we get one of them, and we also get a free bouncing flask. This my game minimizes for no reason at all. I don't know. Oh, maybe it... Oh no, okay. Never mind. Alright. That's a good fight. Wondering if I was running out of disk space, but it seems not. Lizard Tail is great. Really, really good. None of those cards are good enough, and we are going to take, I think, this path here to take 4 elites. Some of these are probably quite good, like Flash of Steel or whatever. We'll take a Dark Shackles, I think. None of those cards. None of those cards. Sadistic Nature, nah. Not even with Envenom. Secret Technique isn't bad. We can search for our Adrenaline or a Burst or Apotheosis or whatever it is that we need. We'll take that. That is not a great turn 1, to be honest with you. Really isn't. The buffer in this fight is huge, and you're about to see why. That is strong. Somehow we were actually blocking for 18 there. I really don't know how. I mean, this is just far too tempting. Can't expect me not to do that. And so this fight shouldn't be too much of a problem at all. Yeah, the relics here are just really great. Like the Kunai and the Ornamental Fan wombo combo. We got the Black Star and the Preserved Insect wombo combo. It's just very good. And that will do it for the Nemesis fight. He is dead. We get an Orichalcum and a Turnip, which means we can no longer become frail. A Cloak and Dagger plus or an Acrobatics plus. Both are very good. And I think just for the consistency, I think we want the Acrobatics plus. We really need to get to our good cards when we can. Do we want to upgrade or we just want to rest? We can be full HP if we rest for 2 more elite fights and a couple of hallway fights. That seems sensible. Alright. So this is certainly a situation in which we just want to scale the deck. Find our good cards. And proc Kunai as often as we possibly can. We're not retaining, so we may as well do this. Calipers would be nice, wouldn't it? Be a really nice way for us to keep our block that we're generating passively. Maybe Mr. Giant Head will decide to be benevolent. Who knows? I think we'll burst our Cloak and Dagger. For all of that kunai goodness. Wow. This deck is strong. Deck is very strong. I don't think we needed to rest. Because it gets going quickly enough. There's an actual oddly smooth stone. There's a concentrate, which is tempting. Just makes our stuff a little bit better if we can afford the discards, and most of the time we will be able to afford the discards, but I don't know. That feels like one of those cards that, because we probably have enough energy, it just takes us a little bit longer to get going. Same with Outmaneuver. So I think that's a skip. We obviously need to take our key instead of Mercury Hourglass. That is just fine. We get our Apotheosis in play turn 1, which is super good. Because we're not retaining, this is a little bit more awkward than it would otherwise be. I think we malaise for 3. Unless we find our other adrenaline and just keep going. In which case we malaise for 5. Okay, we can only play some things here. Yeah, seems good. So we're really just trying to get Shuriken procs. Making sure that we're scaling. The nunchucks is actually doing quite a lot of work as well. In situations like this, they get us our procs and they also give us 1 more energy, on average every couple of turns. I feel bad for Centennial Puzzle, which is definitely trying its hardest. But unfortunately, it's just not that good here. Can't quite get there through the intangibility. Bottled flame. What would we bottle? Don't think I'm going to pick that up. I think we want our other cards rather than our attacks. Another well-laid plans, another deflect. Nah. Like I said, I think we just want our good cards as soon as possible. I think we're just going to remove 1 here. Save a little bit for the Act 2 shop, or Act 4 shop. Just remove a strike. So we take damage if we play in Venom. I think that means we don't play in Venom. No, we don't take damage if we play in Venom. So we can do this and this. We do take damage! Oh no. Well, we don't actually take damage, but we lose our buffer. That's unfortunate. Try and find our adrenaline. There it is. Kunai on 2. So is Ornamental Fan, that means, so we can do this. Oh, we have, yeah, I've forgotten about that. Means we can do this as well. That means we can play nothing else. That's fine. We'll keep our Wraith form. So I think we might be using Wraith form just to kill Mr. Duda here. I think Bouncing Flask gets the job done, doesn't it? I think it does. In fact, we don't need to do that. In fact, we shouldn't have done that because now our nunchucks are not at the ideal number. But that's fine. It's at 4. Good enough for me. No Piercing Whale? Yeah, Piercing Whale. Seems pretty good against Time Eater. I think I'm going to do... Actually... should do that. And we'll play Malaise. He's doing 2 damage. Wow. We have way more energy than we can possibly use. Yeah. Looking for burst. No burst to be found. Instead we'll prop Kanai a couple more times. Still looking for burst. It really doesn't want to appear, does it? It really doesn't want to. And rip the maw. Okay. Oh, again, I should be getting nunchuck up to a decent number, but not managing to do it. Unfortunately, that's fine. There's one spiker. We can't, or we can block, just barely. I think instead we do that. Didn't find our adrenaline again. There's 2 adrenalines in here. We're going to draw one, I'm sure. We have potions if we don't. We did. Now we get infinite blades and then burst the backflip. It's very good indeed. We'll weaken this guy. Play another one of those. We'll play Envenom. We'll play Wraith Form because these guys are going to explode. And we'll probably keep hold of Bouncing Flask. We'll play Noxious as well. And we get neutralized for next turn. Okay, that's fine. Alright. And we can actually play these 2 shivs. And this neutralize. And this strike. Oh, because we're invulnerable. We're intangible, of course. I had forgotten that. We are still intangible, so we will play 2 attacks. Get nunchucks to 6. A 3rd adrenaline or a crippling cloud. Maybe a crippling cloud plus is good enough to take. With Time Eater coming up, we want some cards that are a little bit more high impact than the ones that we had. Alright. So we really want to be... I think the game plan here is to burst a malaise. I think that's how we do this fight quite easily. We'll take our Kunai proc. And we'll draw some cards. There we go. Okay, so... Secret Technique Apotheosis. We'll hold our well-laid plans. We'll play Crippling Cloud. Defend. Yeah, we need to play Cloak and Dagger, and then we'll play Neutralize. And we'll hold on to these two. Shuffling Shivs back into the deck, but that's not the end of the world. Don't know if we want to play Infinite Blades. Don't know if we do. I think we probably do. I think Kunai is important enough to this deck that we probably should lean into playing a lot of cards if they're attacks. Now the question is, do we malaise the first phase or the second phase? Because if you want to do the first phase, we should probably do it now. Yeah, first phase is fine. So 1, 2, 3, get our proc. Burst, malaise. We get 2 cards next turn, but he's not going to be doing any damage, so we're fine. One, 2, 3, 4. We're taking damage here. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, just for a proc. Nine, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so now we can burst Bouncing Flask to get as much stuff as possible. I think I'm going to play 1 Shiv and hold a second one. Again, I really want to be using these Shivs for procs. Like this. Eight. 9. No, not 9. 9. Piercing Whale. Alright, we'll play 3 Shivs. He's cleansing next turn. We'll hold Neutralize Wraithform. Then we'll play 3 attacks. We'll hold, like, Neutralize Cloak and Wraithform Cloak and Dagger. No, we want the Neutralize. We want the Neutralize. So yeah, we'll do that. Alright. 21 block. Yeah, that's plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 cards next turn. We only need to block for 18, which we can do with a single deflect. We need to block for more than that, actually, because his strength will be buffed. 21. What are we drawing? We're drawing Bouncing Flash, so I'm going to hold a Burst, even at the cost of putting a Shiv into the deck. There is the Bouncing Flask, okay. So we can just do... we're fine drawing those cards. We get a Kunai proc as well. Uh, 10, alright. 11, 12. And that actually just completely blocks for the rest of the fight, so that is the end of the Time Eater fight. We perfected it, which is great. Deck is a lot of fun to play. Lots of thinking involved. We got a lot of relics that at. We got 7. Would have got 8 if one of them wasn't a bottled flame. 1349 damage is a lot for Ascension 6. And up we go to Act 4, and I think we're in quite good shape here. This is a long video now. Longer than I would like, for sure. I think getting the well-laid plans upgraded, I think that's the biggest thing right now, is that if we draw well-laid plans before we can get everything upgraded with Apotheosis, then we run into 1 or 2 problems. Anchor turn 1 seems very good. Again, we just need, like, stuff to get us going. Once we're going, we're absolutely fine. I'm going to take an Anchor. Apotheosis turn 1. Very, very nice indeed. Alright. So we can do... And then we'll play our Adrenaline. Okay, we drew a Wraith form, and I think probably we should play it. I'll play Obnoxious as well. Not retaining, but that shouldn't matter too much. Backflip to draw. Crippling Cloud seems excellent. And we'll malaise this guy. Turns 2 and 3 of this fight are the very scary ones. Okay, we didn't draw Burst. Means we are probably drawing Burst Adrenaline in the next fight, in the next hand. Which would be just peachy. Should have held on to the defend, although it doesn't actually matter at all. We have Noxious in play, so shield is dead. We can grab our Burst again if we want to. Seems great. Alright, perfect Spire Elite fight. We get 2 relics for it. What are they going to be? A Pantograph and an Eternal Feather. 2 completely useless relics, but you know what? That's just fine. We'll take another Acrobatics because, again, we want the consistency of draw. And I think the first thing we are going to do here is use our Swift Potion to see if we can draw some cards that don't suck. Unfortunately, we failed. I think that's too important, isn't it? Infinite Blades over Envenom? I think so. For defensive purposes more than anything else. Wow. These draws, though. So that always happens. I think we do this. And then that. We can't retain, so we may as well play that. We have to just pass here, unless we want to play our block potion. I think that's worth it, and yeah, we get Apotheosis in play, which is really nice. We're still not retaining, so we play these. And our buffer blocks the 47. That was why we couldn't play a card, because that would have triggered that. And now we can take damage if we want to. Are we going to try and perfect this fight? I think we're going to try and perfect this fight. Yeah, we'll play our backflip. There's our Adrenaline. There's our well-laid plans, which was right on the bottom of the deck. Our Envenom's back. So now we just want to get procs, really, don't we? Procs of our various OP stuff. That'll do. We'll hold on to a Wraith Form and probably a Dark Shackles. No, and a backflip. I think we probably play Wraith Form soon. Discard our burn. Play our backflip. Piercing Whale here seems good. Can't block otherwise unless we play a Wraith Form, so we'll play our Piercing Well. Next turn might be Wraith Form turn. Burst backflip. And then we can defend. Man, what a good deck. What a good deck. You know a deck is good when you got Wraith Form cheering on from the sidelines. No, we're not drawing next turn. So we should make sure we draw. We have how many cards? 9, so this doesn't overdraw. We can do 1, 2... Wraithform Survivor. So no need for our other Wraithform just yet, and we can stack some poison. Even get a Kunai proc as well. Yep, I think we can be invulnerable again. I think that sounds like a good time. Oh, we overdrew that. That was a mistake. But not a mistake that remotely matters, because this has been a perfect heart fight. We have a potion on the sidelines cheering for us as well, that we're going to throw on the ground. GG. Corrupt Heart of the Spire. Perfect elite fight. An hour and 7 minutes, which means this is a very long video. So thank you for sticking with it if you've done so. But that was a very, very, very strong silent run. Beyond perfect. Look at that score. Wow. Look at that score. Look at that score. That is definitely a record for this series, so we'll be trying to beat that in future runs, but that has been Ascension 6 Silent. We'll have the defect next time up. My voice is dying. Thank you for watching. We'll see you then.